Hey there, Jess here, and welcome to Strange Horticulture, which is a lovely little game that I have just started playing with my husband. But I thought this would make a really nice ASMR video because the sounds in the game are lovely. Let's begin. The streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic. In many places, the buildings lean out at the upper floors so that the neighbours can reach across and shake hands, or, more likely, exchange unpleasantries. Strange Horticulture is a small shop situated away from the main thoroughfares, but it has the advantage of being one of the few buildings in Undermere that stands alone. Plants, you may have noticed, need light, and light is in short supply at street level in this town. Recently, the shop passed to me after the death of my uncle. There is much to learn, but one thing is already clear. The rare and unusual plants that he stocked have their uses after all. Day 1, Friday. And here we are in our shop. I really love the vibe of this game. We've got our desk here and we have some plants in our shop already. Now if you want to take a closer look at any plant, you can do so over here in a closer inspection. And then it gives you a little bit more of a description of the plant. You can send it back again. We also have our cat. And we have a bell to welcome customers. And if you get lost, there are hints available. There's a drawer on the side of your desk that is full of interesting items. So we have a note, we have our book, and this is an encyclopedia of plants. So it says here, a note from the author. This encyclopedia can be used as a reference to help identify plants. Note that where I have included sketches, these are not always intended as an aid to identification. Often the description will be more useful to you. Remember to take extra care when dealing with poisonous plants. I accept no responsibility should injury or death occur as a result of misuse of this encyclopedia. WV. So we have some plants already in the book. For example, this one, Mellow Glow or Wren. And we'll come back to this book a lot in this game, so I won't read any of these descriptions now. We'll put the book away. We have this coin, which I don't know its purpose. We have a magnifying glass which you can use to look more closely, to read things. We have a map of Undermere. Alright, so what's just happened there is we've been given the ability to travel somewhere on the map. zoom in a little bit for you. So this is our map of Undermere, and we're going to travel to a lot of these places throughout this game, and we get hints and directions from our customers as we play the game. Let's put these back in here. We also have labels which allow us to label a plant if we figure out what it is, and we have a few different colours. So what we've been doing is yellow labels when we are sure of the plant's name, purple if we're pretty sure, and usually red if it's dangerous or we're quite unsure. So let's put those away. Now we have 2 notes on our desk. This one was in our drawer and this one was here when we arrived, so let's read it. I've found it. An excerpt on the elusive wandering boo. Come to the library in Ambleside and I'll tell you all about it. I even found something on the gilded dendra that might be of interest. Simone. P.S. Give Hellebore a good scratch behind the ears for me. So let's give Hellebore another scratch. And let him go back to sleep. So this is our first task. We want to go to the library in Ambleside to talk to Simone. So let's click on A Will to Explore. Now we're able to actually travel to places on the map. Where's Ambleside? Ah, there it is. So we click. So we don't actually go anywhere in this game, it just gives us a story. So let me read that to you. The library here in Ambleside is one of my favourite haunts. Simone, the librarian, is always helpful and friendly and shares some of my passion for unusual plants. Today she's grinning ear to ear and can't wait to show me what she's found. So we've got a little illustration of the library, and we have 2 book entries to collect from Simone. So they are about the gilded dendra and the wandering boo. So these are 2 plants that we may need to identify in the future. Now, this has now got a tick on it, which means it's done. So we can move that over to the archive. But we also have one more note here. A dangerous plant grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. Keep it secret. Now, we haven't got this filled up yet, which means we're not allowed to hop on the map and travel. But there's a clever way to fill up your compass, and that is by watering your plants. So here we have a watering can. And we're done. Now we can go to Backbarrow. Okay, where is Backbarrow? There it is. Now, the note said, let's have a look. In the hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. So here we go. Here's Backbarrow. And here's the hills to the northeast. Let's visit them. The weather changes fast out in the hills. What started as a grey morning has turned into a bright sunshine. A good thing too, because it takes me several hours to find what I came for. By the time I'm done, the cloud is sweeping back over, a cloak of unwelcome shade. And we have a plant to collect. So this is our dangerous plant that we need to keep secret. Let's just put that note in the archive, and I think we should label this with that information. So let's make it red. Okay. Now, should we arrange our plants a little bit before we go on? I feel like they're a bit spread out right now. So, oh look, what's this? It's a little piece of paper with a design on it. And I just noticed here on the table we've got it's like a puzzle. I wonder what that is. What if I turn them all to be the same? Does that do anything? No? Okay, let's put this down here for later. Put our map away so everything's neat and tidy. And let's just organise our plants together a little bit more, so they're easier to look at. We're going to put this one up here, a bit separate. Are there any more? Oh yes, there's a few more. A few different types of fungi. We have quite a lot of plants in the shop already, but we don't know what any of them are yet. I'm actually going to put all the fungi up here together. And okay, so now we can see all of our plants in one place. Now we've dealt with our notes, we've organised our plants somewhat. Let's see if there's a customer waiting for us. Now, for me, it's a rule that I have to pat Hellebore every time I ring the bell, so. Here is Victoria Gray, and she says, I must have walked past this shop 100 times without ever stopping to look. What a wonderful place to spend your day, surrounded by plants. I came here because I have an unusual request. At night, I hear whispered voices, too faint to hear clearly, coming from the floor above me, but nobody lives up there. The rooms are empty. My curiosity has got the better of me. I must find out what they are saying. So she is asking us for some St. John's poppy. Let's look it up. St. John's poppy, Papaver valamendi. The vibrant petals of this flower can be brewed to create a draught that can greatly improve the imbiber's hearing ability. The flower of the St. John's poppy is bright red with a yellow centre. Okay, let's have a look. Look at that. So the picture looks the same number of petals, bright red with a yellow centre. I reckon this is St. John's poppy. Let's find out. Plant identified, and as a reward we get an entry for our book, which is Clavilium. Okay. So now we have our first identified plant. So let's label it. And I'm going to start moving the labeled plants over here, so they're separate from the ones we don't know. Okay, let's put our labels away and pat Hellebore. Let's see what the next customer has to say. It's David Schaefer, and he says, "Good morning. Bloody awful weather out there today. Good for the plants though, eh? Got a letter for you." David is the Postie, so he has a letter for us. We're going to collect it and read it. And it says, "Gosforth is a hateful town. I was beaten and robbed and left to die in the streets. After many days, I was rescued by a kind stranger, just as I had come to fear that wickedness had infected the heart of every soul in that cursed place. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town with a group of travellers. On the northeast corner of the wood, I sat and stared at a bright flower, and tears flowed down my face at the reminder that there is beauty in this world. I shall be returning to Undermere soon. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan." So, in the woods south of the town of Gosforth, on the northeast corner of the wood, there are some beautiful flowers, so let's see if we can find them. Where is Gosforth? Can you see it? Oh look, there. So what did the note say again? It said, "I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town. On the northeastern corner," that would be this corner, "we're looking for a bright flower. Let's see if we can find it." "The wood has a calming effect on my mind. It does me good to escape into nature, away from the stench and clamour of Undermere. It is not long before I spy a bright flower among the trees." Let's see what it is. Ooh, that's pretty. It's got a big dark blue purple bell shape and curly leaves. Okay. So that is now here on our plant shelf. A single sweet smelling dark flower. Okay. Now we've found that flower, so we can archive our note. Let's talk to the next customer. It's Gilbert Ames, and he says, Something's got those witches in the forest stirred up. They're not letting anyone through. I had to take the long way round, down through Back Barrow. I never did trust that sisterhood. Anyway, I'm here now, and I've brought Fennet from the south to trade for some lemon dandy. Hardly worth the trouble when you factor in the extra miles I've had to cover to get here. Alright, so we have a few interesting pieces of information here. There's a forest, and he couldn't get through it, so he had to take the long way round through Back Barrow. So let's see here. Where is Back Barrow? Now the thing with this game is you don't really have the ability to take notes, so if you want to remember any of these things, then you kind of have to write them down in real life. So here's Back Barrow. So he couldn't go through, I assume it's probably these Grisdale Forest here. Okay. Now, he wants some lemon dandy. Let's see if we have any. Lemon dandy. Citrum crispus. Its curled leaves are thought to be the origin of the name of this plant, supposedly referring to a peeled lemon rind. Among several medicinal uses, the flower of the lemon dandy is mostly associated with curing afflictions of the heart. So we're looking for curly leaves and a flower that looks a little bit like this. Have you spotted it yet? I think it might be this one. So we've got this flower that looks very much like the picture, and we've got curly leaves very much like lemon rind. I think that's our lemon dandy. Let's find out. Correct, it was. And we get a plant in return. Oh, now what did he call this plant? Now I didn't write that down, so I can't remember what he called it. What does the hint say? Oh, I shall call in the next customer. Alright, so because I neglected to write that down, we can't remember what that was called. Although some of you with a good memory, or let's be honest, the ability to rewind the video, will be able to tell me. Okay, so you can tell me in the comments what that one was, and maybe in the next video I'll be able to label it if it doesn't happen today. Okay, let's talk to the next customer. After we give Hellebore a pat, of course. Maybe 2 pats. He's looking pretty cute today. It's Facewift, and she says, "My dreams are becoming more vivid. I saw a woman, her face hidden behind a mask, and next to her, a terrifying black skeletal creature. It stood tall, its roving head scanning the landscape, and though it had no discernible face, I could sense a hint of an expression about its features. It seemed to be laughing, but not the joyous laughter of a child, a sickly, horrifying laughter that chilled me like the first breath of winter. These past weeks have been getting worse. I need sleep. Now, Facewift is one of our main characters by the look of things. So she is the psychic. Let's read her background. Faye grew up with her mother. Her father was rarely violent, but once is enough. When he struck her, it finally broke the hold he had over her mother, and she fled in the night. The sleeping Faye held close. Faye often has vivid dreams, but has never considered that other people do not. She came to Strange Horticulture seeking relief from her nightmares. So here we have a chat log with her if we want to look back to see what we spoke about. This doesn't happen for all characters, just the set of main characters. So let's see, she wants some forest camphor. What does that look like? Forest camphor, Camimian silver. The strong smelling bulb of this plant has a powerful soporific effect, making it a common ingredient in sleeping draughts. The camphor produces a beautiful rounded dark blue cluster made up of many smaller flowers. Okay, that looks like this one maybe. We've got our cluster of dark blue flowers, looks very much like the picture, and the bulb, it's got a bulb, so I reckon this is the right one. Let's find out. Yes, it was. And we get another book entry as a reward for Butterdale. Okay. Let's welcome the next customer. It's Nora Butterfield, and she says, "Got any wandering boo?" That always reminds me of, what's his name? That old hermit, inventor, the wanderer. Anyway, the boo, if you've got it. Let's see. Wandering boo. Bulium vagus. So called because the fungus can move slowly in the dark. Creepy. It has been known to cover distances of up to several meters in a single night. The gills on the underside of this mushroom form beautiful flowing lines. They are also quite hard and sharp, earning this plant the name fingersbane. Okay, so we're looking for a fungus, which we have a couple of. It's got a cup, so it must be one of these two. Aha, this one says, not as spongy as most mushrooms. In fact, the undersides are somewhat sharp. Redder spores protrude from the caps. So the sharp gills, I think this is the one. Let's find out. Correct. Wandering boo. And let's collect the next book entry. Lady of Summer. Beautiful. So it is the end of the workday. Let's give Hellebore one more pat. He's been sleeping all day. What a lazy cat. And we can put this away and close the drawer. Alright. So let's end the day. And now we have a stack of cards. Let's see what happens when I click on it. Ooh. There is a little subtitle and it says, "It started when she found something that she was not meant to find. A book tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside Library." Now, day 2, Saturday. And we have this on our desk. The card shows us a direction, so row H on the map, and we're looking for the 3rd river on row H. Let's open our drawer. First we need to say good morning to Hellebore. Hello Hellebore. And it doesn't seem to be raining today. It's a bit clearer outside. So let's see what we can find on our map. We want to look for row H, which is this one here, and we're looking for the 3rd river. 1, 2, 3. Do we think that's the right one? Oh, it's further along because we're looking for the river. Oh no, this one here. Let's try that. Oh. And it says, "A dead deer in the river, yellowed bone protruding from a matted hide and rotten flesh. Death for one provides life for many." And we have a plant to collect. It's quite a nice one. It's got greyish blue dark petals and nice long leaves. And here it is on our shelf. Okay. Let's put our map away. Give Hellebore a pat. And invite our first customer of the day. It's Isidore Burbridge, and he says, "Bring me a sample of Apis demysis, and be quick about it. That damn cat is setting off my allergies. Shouldn't have an animal in a shop like this." Well, he's a grumpy fellow, isn't he? Apis demysis. Okay, let's see. We don't have that in our book yet. But, oh hang on, Apis demysis. That sounds like a Latin name. So let's look, maybe we do. Because the index or the contents page is by common name. Ah, here we go, look. Candy root. Candy root is Apis demysis, a plant with medicinal properties that can aid with digestive troubles when prepared correctly. Care must be taken, however, as the rough leaves can be an irritant. Only the petals are safe for consumption. So candy root, let's see, what does that look like? I think this one. The rough leaves can be an irritant, and the description of the plant says the leaves are coarse to the touch. Okay, I think that's candy root. Let's find out. It is. Wonderful. Let's collect another book entry. Make do. Cool. Let's label this one. Okay, and move that over here. No, other way. Brilliant. Okay. Now, I just realised that I forgot to label some plants yesterday, because when we've been playing the game, we actually have the option turned on that auto labels your plants for you. So let's find Wandering Boo, that's what it was. So let's label this one. Okay, move it over. Okay, what else did we have? We had this one. Which one was that? Let's remember which one that was. Lemon Dandy, okay. So let's label that one. Now, do we identify any other ones? I don't recall. Ah, this one, that's right. With the bulb. Now, which one was that? I really love the aesthetic of this game. Was it Forest Camphor? I think it might have been. Okay, let's label that. Excellent. Let's put that over here. Starting to get a collection of plants that we know. Alright, let's leave that there. And let's invite our next customer in. It's David Schaefer, the Postie, and he says, Lake Undermere is looking fine in the sunshine today. Here's your mail. Let's read the letter. And it says, we accidentally opened the book. Put that away. The letter says, there's an old slate mine at the Hard Knot that has some interesting looking fungi growing in it. I've never seen anything like them before. They seem to have found a niche in the damp, dark tunnels left by the tramways. I thought you might be interested. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. Okay, so slate mine at Hard Knot. Let's see if we can find it. I think it's up the top here somewhere. Here we go, look, Hard Knot, let's see. And it says, an iron gate, rusted by years of abandonment, sits across the entrance to the tram tunnel. Rusted it may be, but it won't budge. It's locked. We could use clavilium to unlock it though. So let's see if we have any. Clavilium. Marcialis clavis. According to legend, clavilium can be used to open any lock, no matter how complex or secure. The heart-shaped leaves have earned this plant the name Lovelock. Let's see. Which plant has heart-shaped leaves? What about this one? They smell pleasant. I mean, they look heart-shaped to me. I can't see any others that look the same, except maybe this one. They're not heart-shaped, are they? Okay. I think this is Clavilium. Let's find out. It is. And we get a new book entry for Aguria. But let's label this one first. So, Clavilium. Okay. Let's put that where it belongs. And now we have gotten through the door, and it says, "The gate swings open slowly, complaining loudly on its rusty hinges. After a short exploration of the tunnel, I am rewarded." And we've got 3 plants this time. Awesome. Look at those. They're very funky fungi. Okay, let's put them up on the fungi shelf, shall we? Here. We'll move this one down here and put that one up there as well. And let's move you over here. Okay. Put our labels away because we don't know what they are. And we've completed this mission, so we can archive it. Alright. Let's welcome the next customer. It's Reuben Ward, and he says, "I'm headed to Grisdale Forest, investigating a possible murder there. Can't say I'm looking forward to it. The Sisterhood are a secretive lot, and they're not keen to talk to me. Their leader, the Arda, or whatever they call her, she's dead. My instinct is that they're hiding something. I was hoping you might have some fox button that would help me win them over." Let's see if we do. Fox button. Fox button is Camimian vulpus. An offering of fox button is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Thick, shiny leaves grow in opposing pairs along the stems. Okay. So there's this one maybe? Thick, shiny leaves? Maybe. They're a bit of a different shape though, look. These are more rounded and these are more pointy. How about this one? Also a possibility. Oh wait, what about this one? Yes, that looks better, look at that. Those look much more like it. Okay, I think this is the one. Let's offer it up. Yay, correct. That is fox button. And we have a new plant. Book entry for Brimlock. Okay, let's label the fox button. And let's move it over here with my collection and put the labels away. Nice. Okay. Close our book. Pat Hellebore and ring the bell. It's Victoria Gray, and today she says, "I was able to make out the whispered voices last night with the help of the St. John's poppy. There's a medium using the room, illegally I might add, holding midnight seances for gullible grievers. Is there a plant you know of that I could use to give them a scare and drive them away? I need my sleep. She's looking for the harlequin blue. Let's see. Harlequin blue, Scurra caerulea. When the bushy blue flower heads die back, they release seeds with a downy pappus which assists in wind dispersal. Once dried and hardened, the stems can be burned as incense. As they burn, they let out high-pitched shrieks, widely believed to be the spirits of dead souls trapped within the plant. Bushy blue flower heads, eh? How about this one? That looks about right to me. See the shape of the flower and the seed pod? Okay. Is this the harlequin blue? It is. And we get another book entry as a reward for the shimmer lung. Alright, let's label that. Harlequin. Oops. I need to move the book so I can read it. Harlequin blue. Beautiful. And move it over here. There we go. Let's put our labels away. That hella ball. And that's where we're going to leave the game for tonight. Unfortunately, my computer ran out of space. I was going to play for a little bit longer, but it couldn't record any more of the screenshots, so this is where we're going to leave the game for now. If you enjoyed this playthrough and you'd like me to do another video where I continue the game, please give this one a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below that you'd like to see the next one. I'll see you in the next video. Sweet dreams and goodbye for now.